Today, we will be reviewing the top 10 altcoin comment requests. This is a very interesting topic. We've covered these in the past. One of the things you have to take in mind before we hop in here to Polkacover, some of these more low cap ones, is you have to understand this inherent bias anyone has when commenting a certain project. Most likely, they're either invested in it, which we'll talk about with one of these last ones, that has been spammed on this channel, and I do not think you should invest in. And then there's also other ones where people are genuinely commenting their curiosity, even if they haven't invested in these. But again, you have to understand, okay, take a step back and go, okay, the inherent incentive, if you're holding something, is to tell other people, hey, this is an interesting investment. And that's what we try and avoid on this channel. You have to again take things in as thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Think about these things from kind of natural law and really form a hypothesis around all of these different investment sectors. We talk about not just crypto on this channel, we talk about other things, commodities, bonds, stocks, real estate, emerging markets, all these different investment sectors. And with crypto, since it's in this bull run, it is a very interesting opportunity, an interesting play, but you have to pick the right tokens, and that's the most important thing. Ideally, you're picking these tokens to add to your overall portfolio of Bitcoin, which is obviously has the most dominance in the space. That's kind of my, at least, thesis around picking altcoins. The ones that I believe in fundamentally, I am holding a bag of them for the long term, but a lot of them that I'm looking for just a nice trade, if I believe that they will do good in this bull run, I'm looking to increase my overall position in kind of, you could say, key infrastructure tokens for the crypto economy for the next 10, 20, 30 years. And Bitcoin, obviously, is the number one. Ethereum is up there, Polkadot, Cardano. These other ones are very interesting, but basically trading these low caps into these higher caps I believe in long term. So kicking it off here, again, we'll be talking about 10 of these. At the very end, we'll talk about one that has been just spammed on this channel, this BIST token, things like Polkacover, let's see, UBIX, Vidya, all these different things. So anyways, let's go. Polkacover CVR. This one has been talked a lot about in the comments. Again, the way that I get a little bit, I get a little bit kind of, you could say a little bit skeptical is when people are commenting the same things about a certain cryptocurrency, kind of like it's a script, you understand? So it's one of these things where a lot of people may be in like a Telegram channel or something like this for these tokens, and that's why you should definitely do your own research into any of these. So make sure you are studying these coins. You're not just watching this video or watching other people talk about this and FOMOing in. Rather, you do your own research. You watch the video down below in the description on how to do your own research. You look at fundamentals, you look at technicals, you look at sentimental analysis, you look at blockchain, just overall on-chain analysis, and combine all these together and then form your own opinion. You should never invest anything more than you're willing to lose in the cryptocurrency space, in my opinion. This is one of the most volatile asset classes in history, in human history. So that's kind of a caveat going into this. But anyways, Polkacover CVR. This is about 6,218 people watching this. That's always good for sentimental analysis. Currently, they do not have the circulating supply listed on CoinGecko, which is a little, I don't really like that. Max supply you see is 137 million. Let's see about this. All right. And they don't have the market cap. So guys, I mean, this project, when you actually look at their website, so again, we'll look at basically the project's listing typically on CoinGecko and then go onto their website. But I mean, you look at the overall price history here, it is a bit interesting. What they're doing with insurance is kind of, it could be an interesting play, but again, there are other projects, in my opinion, that are doing a better job of this. This one is a bit riskier, I would definitely say, especially when they don't have these things listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. It does make me a bit skeptical, but you see this interesting price kind of play right here with current price being around, what is it? Yeah, right around 40 cents, and this all-time high is around $1.80, but this trading volume is just ridiculously low. I mean, if you're trading any substantial amount of capital, you're going to move the market, which is not something you want to see. Again, with most altcoins that I'm looking at, I want to see at least above a $10 million in daily trading volume. It's always more important to look at daily trading volume rather than looking at percentage gain on the day, because trading volume shows that most people are looking to invest in this asset. So if one person is just trading, that $250,000 in a day, they just hold $250,000 in Polkacover, you're going to get dumped on. But if so many people, if it's more decentralized in that manner, just as far as trading goes, you have a better opportunity. So again, Polkacover, this project is basically, as they say, less than 1% of all DeFi, crypto, and NFT assets are adequately insured. We've talked about this with things like CardStarter, with insurance in the cryptocurrency space. It is an interesting play, but again, as far as their token goes, I'm not a huge fan just because of the daily volume. I have been tracking this one a little bit, but overall, this is maybe long-term interesting play, something that I would put a tiny amount of capital into. Okay, moving on. We're going to kind of go rapid fire here, guys, because there is a lot to get to, and I'm going to keep this video relatively short. I'm going to try and keep it around like maybe under 20 minutes. So Marginswap, MFI, 1,644 people like this. Come on, get out of here, buddy. Okay, we don't want to see this. There we go. Okay, it's at $1.57. Market cap is very, very low, extremely low. So with Marginswap, this is one that essentially when you're looking at margin or leverage, you're basically able to trade on multiples of your initial capital. So this is what people talk about with leverage trading or margin trading. The problem here is if you don't know your proper stop losses, if you don't know your proper risk management, you can get liquidated. This is why I made the course Global TA. It's an absolutely free course. It's basically an 8-part series that I put out a new one every single Sunday. Most people are charging thousands of dollars for this, but I'm essentially putting it out for free on YouTube. Again, every Sunday we're going to put out new ones, but the first two have basically just been on fundamentals, psychology, these different things. The next one coming up is on, let's see, what is it? Oh yeah, indicators, charts, patterns, things like this. And that's part one of that. And then we'll move into like Fibonacci extensions and a little bit more advanced things. But as far as Marginswap goes, let's look at the all chart for this bad boy. Let's check this out. If it will load, if not, we're just going to move on. Yeah, let's move on. Okay. Marginswap. So as I said, this is basically on-chain spot and margin trading protocol for crypto assets. Yeah. So since it's the most you can do is up to 5x leverage, there's already a ton of trading services that do this. Things like Phoenix, Bybit, Binance. You have AX, you have Didex, DYDX. Yeah, I mean, as far as Marginswap goes, again, you could put it as like a low. You could put it as like a small bet into these decentralized exchanges, but again, there is this kind of problem when these projects have such small market caps that they're not really that decentralized. That's a beautiful thing about Bitcoin is it's very decentralized. But with Marginswap, think about it. If someone just comes in with another $6 million, like let's say a billionaire comes in, and he's like, okay, I want to invest in these smaller cap decentralized exchanges. Let me just toss a measly $5 million into this one. Well, how is that decentralized? He just owns 50% of it now. That's kind of the problem here that I see arising. A lot of people don't realize this with these projects. When they show low market cap, this is a huge risk. Is someone's going to come in unless a project has these things built in that kind of basically have kind of these risk management plays, like I said, built into their project, which some do, some don't. Harmony one, this one that's actually kind of interesting. This has been commented on. I think out of these, this and Polkacover are interesting. It's similar to Vidya, but this is right around 13 cents. It's around $1.3 billion in market cap. This one has not been spammed. Again, it's very important in my opinion just to go, okay, what are people spamming, and let me not invest in that. Especially the ones, yeah. When I see, again, this kind of like script being put out on each altcoin, this one not necessarily, but when someone's genuinely asking, I can kind of tell, versus when something like BIST token, which is again a topic for another conversation. We'll cover that at the end of this video. But there's kind of like a script that people put out for that token, but for this one, there's a lot more interesting use cases. You can see here on the website, which we'll get to here in a second. The trading volume is actually quite nice. It's around $250 million on a daily volume, which is good for relative to the market cap. So you always have to take that into account. So essentially, they're trying to get to this Ethereum 2.0 basically before Ethereum 2.0 comes out. Now, whether or not this will happen, who knows? But essentially, they're talking about scaling Ethereum applications on cross-chain finance. This is very important. So a project like Polkadot is focusing on doing this with all chains, so essentially creating more interoperability with all these different blockchains. Harmony is basically focusing on doing this just with Ethereum. And it is an interesting idea, but I think, I guess when Ethereum 2.0 rolls out, I think a project like this could take a little bit of a dip, because it's like, okay, once this happens, what are you guys doing now? Like, are you going for Ethereum 3.0 for 4 years from now, or what's going on? So again, this one I'm going to personally pass on. Most of these I'm passing on, to be quite honest, but it's worth it to just kind of cover what you guys have been commenting. Again, this one is a question mark for market cap, which is always a question mark for me when again, they don't have their market caps listed. You see UBIX Network, UBX. Let's see, trading volume is actually kind of high, $20 million right around there. Let's go to max here. Man, if these things will load, some of these altcoins, yeah, we're not even gonna mess with some of them. If these don't load, I'm not even gonna mess around with them at all. But UBIX, let's see what's going on here. So we are UBIX, a digital universe with endless possibilities. No, I do not want notifications. Okay, this is the problem. Is a lot of these projects literally just spam buzzwords. So interoperability, that's one thing where Polkadot really focuses on. And if you can actually read the white paper, which I have from a lot of these projects I believe in fundamentally, and you go, okay, they're actually doing these things. But a lot of projects just say buzzwords like this, like, oh, we're focused on like blockchain AI and all these, like, what are they? Okay, so a digital universe with endless possibilities. Okay, could you be more vague? Could you be more vague? Seriously, I mean, a digital universe with endless possibilities. Like, I mean, again, with any of these projects, comment down below if you want to see an individual video, because maybe you truly believe in this project and I'm missing something here. But just the vagueness of this throws me off. Even if it just comes down to marketing, because it's like, man, what the? I don't want to swear, but I mean, I'm just going to move on. So Vidya, ticker symbol VIDYA, around $8.7 million market cap. I do like projects that are trying to innovate on like YouTube, things like AIOZ Network, which I got involved in on their launchpad. Let's see, other ones are things like, I would say the top dog in this space as far as like a decentralized version of YouTube is something like, sorry, I'm blanking on the name. Well, I use Odyssey and Library, but it's, Theta, sorry, T-Fuel and Theta, yes. So that's kind of like the main one, in my opinion. Basically a decentralized version of YouTube. But I don't really like that they don't have a ton of info on. So, okay, here we go. What is Vidya? DeFi gaming token and escrow solution for multiplayer versus player games, wagering, esports betting. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Again, there's a lot of other projects I like a little bit more than this that are a little bit more higher cap. Exceed Me is a very interesting one in the gaming space. So moving on, again, guys, keep in mind I have to kind of go through quick on some of these projects. So if one of these is the one that you commented, just let me know in the comments, and I can do an individual video on this if you believe that it deserves more attention, because I'm going through very, very quickly and just kind of going off first impressions. So excuse me if I'm brushing over your project, but that's just kind of the nature of doing a top 10 video. I literally have to brush over some of these topics. So Unobtanium, Uno, I actually looked into this a little bit earlier. They're focused on like the rarest cryptocurrency, where it's like, I mean, how can you really get something to be rare in cryptocurrency? It's literally like that's like kind of the opposite of what cryptocurrency is, because I can go on and make a coin in 20 minutes and put it up on listing. So it's like, how do you really make something rare? So I'm surprised that 1,000 people like this while trading volume is at $18,000. That's insane to me. Again, market cap missing. One of the problems with comments, if this doesn't load, I'm going to move on. Basically, their website shows like a periodic table that like Unobtanium is like the rarest cryptocurrency out there. Yeah, like I said, now it's loading. Okay, so Uno is a proof of work currency, low inflation, scarcity. Yeah, okay, this is a problem when they're only focused on tokenomics. Like, this is like another safe moon basically, and similar to some of these other projects. When you talk about something that's scarce, anyone can come on and make something that's scarce. The more important thing, in my opinion, is what problem are you fixing? It's just like the same with any business. If you're looking to invest in someone's business, what problem are they fixing? If the best problem they can fix is making someone burgers, why wouldn't someone just go to McDonald's or some other restaurant? Well, if the best problem they can fix is solving people's money problems for the future, like something like Ethereum or Bitcoin, or I don't know, you could say Cardano, the future of money, the internet of money, well, that's a pretty big problem. But again, if the as Elon Musk said, or says, you get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of problems which you solve. So if the most difficult problem you can solve is flipping burgers at I don't know, McDonald's or Burger King, well, that's not very scarce, right? A ton of people can do that. I can do that if I want to. Maybe I don't know. maybe you love doing that. But if you go, hey, I'm the best burger flipper, I'm the most scarce burger flipper because I do it this way. Well, there's this whole other market of things out there, and especially in the cryptocurrency space, it kind of gets exposed, in my opinion. Now, again, I'm not digging into these things with any of these projects super deep. I'm just doing a brief overview of my initial impressions with these projects. So if you believe in this fundamentally, maybe it'll be $1 billion project. I don't know. I'm not here to say that. And with any of these, I'm just giving my opinion off kind of first impression. So moving on. This is probably going to go a little bit longer than expected. So Statera, STA, yeah, very low market cap, $6 million. Daily volume's not, okay, 51,000. This one, yeah, this one, I remember I was trying to get this up earlier. Like, I don't know what the problem is with their website, but it's not my internet, by the way. I'm staying at a very nice hotel in Istanbul where I've been able to do a ton of work. It's these projects. I don't know what the deal is with their website hosting. I don't know who they're choosing to host it. But if you want to get to $1 billion cryptocurrency, you should probably pay a little bit for your internet service, for your website DNS. But moving on to Casino Coin, CSC. Statera, again, if you want me to do a deep dive in this, I can. But like I said, earlier I was trying to pull up their websites. I don't really know much about them, to be quite honest. So yeah, maybe that's one for another video. So Casino Coin, CSC, not a fan of these kind of gambling coins, if you will. Everything is question mark on coin market cap. Not a fan of these. I remember I had a project reach out to me in email that was very, very similar to this. It was called like Ticket to Lambo. And he's like, hey, I want to promote my project on your channel. I was like, no, man, what are you talking about? Ticket to Lambo is the name of your project? Get out of here. It's the same with this casino coin, okay? So XRPL. Yeah, not a fan. Just off the bat. Not a fan. I'm not even. Their website is so confusing, by the way. What is this? Swap instructions are. Yeah, no. What is your project doing? So you don't say any fundamentals about your project, but you say these following countries are sanctioned by the Isle of Man, where Eminence Ltd is based. What's Eminence Ltd? What is this? Seriously, well, this is ridiculous. Okay, I'm moving on. No to Casino Coin. Now, these are the last two Octans. This one has been spammed. Octa. It's what? 0.0009. Daily volume is in pretty low. I mean, $500,000 market cap. But I'm curious what this one does fundamentally. Man, these projects' websites are terrible. I don't know. Okay, let's see. So yeah, smart contracts driven by the community, thinking of its holders. Octa uses a reward protocol. Holders are rewarded with more Octa simply by holding. Transactions are locked in liquidity forever, resulting in less circulating Octa. Okay, so this basically, in my opinion, it seems like a version of like RSR, Reserve Rights Token. Where it's kind of like this last person who holds the bag, and Ethereum, basically. Like that's basically how I see something like Octans. Moving on to this one. Okay, so BIST. I just wanted to show you this. This is like a portion of the comments around BIST. So this is in my YouTube studio for the YouTube channel, and these are the comments. So you see how it's like a similar hashtag food tech industry, BIST, food tech industry. And I try to be nice with these people. I try to go like, okay, what specifically do you like about this? Because they all use hashtag BIST, hashtag food tech. It's like, so sus. So suspect. I'm not a fan of when people do things like this. But yeah. Anyways, that's BIST. I'm curious. Their website was actually kind of interesting. But I am not going on something like this where it's like people are just spamming. I do think, however, a blockchain version of something like what do you call it? I haven't been in the U.S. in so long I can't remember the names of food services. Like I know Uber does Uber Eats. Let's see, what are the other ones? Postmates, you guys know what I'm talking about, or GoPuff, these different like services that essentially just deliver you anything that you would go to a grocery store for. I think a decentralized blockchain version of that would be incredible. Maybe BIST is that. Maybe people are spamming this for the right reason. Maybe I should do a deep dive video on it. Again, let me know in the comments. That's all for this one. All right, so it was a lot longer than I expected. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, button all. Again, let me know in the comments if you want to see a deep dive video into any one of these altcoins. I will make another one of these probably in May for top altcoin comment requests. Again, this is not financial advice. I do not think you should invest in any one of these if you have not done your own research, and just in general, probably shouldn't invest in anything, especially in these lower cap ones that you're not willing to lose, because these projects could go to zero. So that's all for this one. If you enjoyed it, again, like, subscribe, and whatnot, invest global, and until next time.